Hey y'all, it's Kay Divine. Coming back with another message. This is a coworker message. So if you've been struggling with your coworkers a bit, this one's for you. So if you've been wondering why some of your coworkers don't particularly care for you, and there's really no rhyme or reason, like you have never done anything to these people, you know you're always kind, cordial, you don't have, like, you're not the drama, you're not out here creating drama, you're not out here doing all that bullshit with people, yet you got people who side-eye you all day long, looking you up and down like you did something wrong to them. And you're like, what is the problem? Like, what did I do? You didn't do anything, honey. I just want to let you know that mediocrity crumbles around you. So many of your coworkers, some of y'all managers, first of all, let's get that. You're like, that's why some of y'all managers is gonna pick on you. They micromanage you. It's not because you're a bad employee. It's because they know that you can do their job better than them. Because next to you, they look like an amateur. A lot of these people in these higher up positions, none of them are really excellent in most of these corporate America jobs. Like, in most corporate jobs, not all, but a lot of these corporate jobs, a lot of the people who make it to, the higher up positions are usually people who are well liked by the by the other higher ups, their buddies, their friends. For some of y'all, well, for a lot of stuff, I mean, they don't like to say it, but it's a boys club. For a lot of us, like, it's definitely a boys club. And sometimes you as a female, or or a person of color for that matter, you might not fit the aesthetic that they're looking for, but yet they need you though. That's the crazy thing, is that a lot of these people will mistreat you and bully you, but they'll be looking at you for the next big idea. They'll be looking at you for, well, what are they gonna do next? Like, sneaking around looking at what projects you're working on so that they can bite off your shit. And that's what I'm saying. Like, you sitting over here like, what did I do to these people that was so bad that they're like, just like they just act like I'm like the worst person in the world? It's because they're mediocre. They've been flying by off of mediocrity, and you make everything just look so fucking easy. Like, you make everything look easy, even though it's not. But they don't understand how you do what you do. I remember at my last job, I had a lady that was just like, she was like, what do you do? And I was like, what do you mean? Like, I thought she was talking about like me working out and all that. She was like, I mean, like what do you do? Like, she didn't understand how I am the way that I am, how I could, exude the essence that I do. And it's just like, that's just who I am. I'm not out here faking it for nobody. I'm not trying to be nobody's friend. I'm not over here. I'm genuine about it. That's the thing. And a lot of these people are disingenuous. They're disingenuous, they're opportunists, and they think that, I've said this before, but they think that the only way that they can climb up is if they pull you down. If they feel like if they get you out of the way, this is why some of y'all get fired from y'all jobs no matter what you do. You're like, I'm a good employee, I come in on time, my projects are done on time. You're like, why am I always getting fired? It's because your managers and your coworkers have it out against you, because they hate the way that you are. They hate that you have good work ethic and that you don't need to be micromanaged. That's why they micromanage you, to try to piss you off, to try to get a reaction out of you, to make you feel insecure, like you're not supposed to be there. But the only reason why they do that is because they're the ones that need to be micromanaged. They're the ones that need people looking over their shoulder like, you did that wrong. A lot of those people are super, super incompetent. I remember at my last job, my former best friend worked in one of the departments that was upstairs, and he came down to me defending one of the senior people who had been there. She had been there for over 30 years, and she was not getting her work done, and her boss the person who was her boss had been fired months prior to this, right? And he was like, well, the reason why she didn't get her work done was because, well, he wasn't giving her direction. And I was like, okay, but at what point does she take accountability and responsibility for her work? If you have a bad manager but you come to work and you don't do shit all day, how does that happen? How does that work? They always need to find somebody to blame instead of taking accountability. Like, when I tell you, like, he would say things to me like, well, she would ask people for certain things and they just wouldn't respond to her. And I said, because they try to all be friends with the same people. All of these people are your quote unquote friends, and they tell you that they'll get to something when they can get to it, instead of you putting down your boundaries and saying like, hey, you know, I fuck with you outside of work, but right now this got my butt on the line, so I need you to get this shit out to me ASAP. But no, it's always, I don't know, but you know, buddy doing all that extra bullshit, coming into the office smiling, cheesing and hot kiki and ha-han when there's real work that needs to be done. I hope y'all do understand that them meetings that y'all are not getting invited to, they are not talking about nothing in those meetings. Those meetings are all for show. I'm gonna tell y'all something. They put those meetings on those calendars, your team's calendars or whatever system y'all use at your corporate job. All those meetings that you're not involved in, you're not missing anything. Those people are literally talking about frivolous things. They maybe spend 10 minutes on work related shit and the other part is just them bullshitting. It's all a show. It's all a sham. There's no real work getting done. That's why you're sitting here wondering to yourself, like, how come nothing's getting better? Because those people aren't really doing anything. This is why, like, our corporate America structure is going to fall and fail very, very soon. Like, and I mean that wholeheartedly. Like, it's crumbling as we speak. It's crumbling. Why? Because people aren't really working. You know, they want to utilize the hierarchies of, you know, the nepotism, like, oh, well, I'm better than you in this aspect, so he's been at this job for 17 years, but this is my nephew and I'm gonna give him the position because, well, that's my nephew. You know, it's that type of stuff that's keeping the real talented people out of those positions. And you deserve a better position, and I just urge you to continue to search for the place where you will fit in and belong to. Because if it's not working out at that job, it's not working out for a reason. And maybe it's because you need to start working for yourself at some point. I mean, until you can actually, you know, make that happen for yourself, keep doing what you need to do. But ultimately, some of y'all are never going to find your place in any of these corporate offices, or any job for that matter. You're never going to find your place because you're not meant to be there. You're meant to do better things. And that's why a lot of these people don't like you, because they know that you got it in you to have your own company. I remember before my boss turned on me, my big boss, before he turned on me, he told me, he was like, you could be running this place. He was like, you could be the CEO of this place. And I was like, you really think so? And he was like, yeah. Before he turned on me. So these people do believe in you. I promise you. But he even said it. He said it to my face. He was like, I don't know if the old guys are really gonna like that though. He said that to my face. So they know your potential. They know what you're capable of. You just need to know what you're capable of. Don't let the way that these people are treating you, don't let the side eyes and the eye rolling at you and the excluding you and the isolating you, don't let any of that stuff make you feel like you're not worthy of a higher position. You are. That's exactly why they're doing it. They would not have to ice you out if they didn't think that you were a threat. They do not come for people like that they don't feel threatened by. The people that they don't feel threatened by oftentimes become their little flying monkeys. In case you didn't know that. They oftentimes become and you should, I mean, it's kind of a flex to be a threat in a way. And it's not because you did anything, like you're not doing anything in particular. You know, you're not out here boasting about how you do stuff and like how great you are. You just are good, and you show up every day, you do good work. And these people do not understand how you are this way. They don't understand. They don't get it. They do not get it. And they want to understand. They want to know, how are you this way? And they'll never figure it out. One, because them people don't know themselves. Like I said, a lot of these people have been getting by off of being mediocre. These people are so mediocre, guys. This is why they be stealing your ideas, and they be looking over your shoulder trying to emulate the things that you do, because they're unoriginal. They don't have nothing. They have nothing to work off of. This is why they watch you so heavily. This is why a lot of these people are afraid of what your next move is, because they are afraid. They are afraid of you. They are afraid of what you're going to do next, because a lot of these people, while they were plotting and planning against you, they done told everybody that you wasn't shit. They done told everybody that you wasn't really as smart as you are. They were telling people that you was going to end up in jail because, oh, well, they're just a thief. They're this, they're that, they're blah, 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 blah. They said so much foul shit about you. They made you out to be just the worst type of person in the world that was good for nothing, when really you are top tier. And people are starting to find out real quick that these little mediocre bitches ain't so great. And there's nothing to hide behind anymore. They used to be able to bring up your name, but they ran you off. And some of these motherfuckers really want you to come back just so they can continue to slander your name, so they can hide behind your greatness. But they already know that you ain't coming back, because they already know that those manipulation tactics that they used before ain't gonna work. They already know. So they're going to have to sit in their mediocrity while they're sitting over here trying to find another person like you, and they cannot find anything. These people are out here searching for your energy. They are searching for the way that you do the things that you do, and they can't find it anywhere. One of the beautiful things about being a chosen person, or being anointed, or, you know, being gifted, whatever it is you want to call it, one of the beautiful things about it is that when you do right by people and they do wrong by you, they will never have another person like you come in their lives. And that includes jobs, that includes friendships, all of that. Relationships, romantic relationships. Like, if they do you wrong, they will never, ever, ever, ever recover. They will never recover. Why? Because they don't deserve you. They don't deserve, and it's so crazy to me, because people be thinking like, oh, I could find another person like that. Oh, really? Oh, you can? Good luck. Good luck finding another me. Good luck. They're never going to come in contact with anybody like you ever again. Ever. They made their bed. Because why would the Most High bless them with another gem when they threw this beautiful diamond away? They had the top of the line rare diamond in their presence, and they tossed it to the side and thought that they was gonna get something better. Nah. Y'all gonna have to settle for them cubic zirconiums that y'all thought was so much better than this beautiful rare diamond. Because I know my collective are just beautiful and rare as ever. And you always have been. And I know it doesn't always feel good, because I'm pretty sure for the majority of the people who come in contact with my content, you've always been different. Like, and people have always made that very known to you, that they'd be like, you're weird. Like, you always knew you was different. You tried so hard to fit in when you was growing up. And it's okay, baby. It's okay. I understand. If anybody understands you, it's your big sis K, okay? It's your big little sis, okay? It's your big little sis K that understands you. Because let me tell you, for those of you that don't know, I'm autistic and I have ADHD. So it's like, yeah, it's all fucked up over here. Being autistic and having ADHD is the weirdest clusterfuck of a brain that you can actually have. And some days it is very, very exhausting. But it's beautiful in other ways. And I'm trying so hard every day to learn different ways to embrace it. And it's just so crazy to me, because a lot of people, you know, they want you to feel like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like, I don't feel no type of way because I'm autistic. I'm just glad that I know now, and I can make better decisions. The pain don't go away. It doesn't. But it's also kind of cool to know that, like, I've always been gifted. I've always known that. But, like, that's the reason why people really never fucked with me for real, because they felt some type of way about it. And it's just like, here I am just trying to be like everybody else. Baby, you're not meant to be like everybody else. That's why you've always felt so isolated. And yes, it does hurt sometimes, because I mean, I know you want friends, I know you want your coworkers to, I mean, you don't want to necessarily be friends with them, but you want to at least have good relationships with people. And I know it's hard when you got a whole bunch of hating ass bitches around you, because it's like, damn, I just came here to get my check and go home. Why do y'all gotta be like this? But you gotta understand, them people are miserable. The people who attack you the most are the most miserable people in the world. I had told y'all some time ago, it had to be at least a month or so ago, or maybe even longer than that. I know I did a couple readings the end of last year. Like, there's somebody still picking this up heavy. Like, somebody got like some jealous person around you that either reads tarot or continuously is going to a tarot reader to get cards pulled on you, and they're just so mad that you're doing well, and they're mad that your future, the riches, the luxury that you're gonna have in your future is still gonna happen. They were hoping that they was gonna stop that shit. And I'm questioning whether I really believe in destiny swapping. I don't know how I'm still exploring how I feel about that. But I guess essentially some people thought that they were going to be able to destiny swap with you, and it's not working out. But these mediocre people really don't they can't stand to be around you, because they look so average next to you. Everything they do. And actually for a lot of them, they're below average next to you. And they hate that, because they used to get praised for the littlest of things, and here you come being great all by yourself, and they need other people's help to get things done, and you don't need nobody. And they hate that. This is why they start making shit up like, oh, this person is spoiled, oh, they've always had everything handed to them, and here you are, your ass has never had nothing handed to you. You're the black sheep, the scapegoat of the family. You've been abused by everything and everybody that you could think of, and people think that you've had it easy. So it's so fucking crazy and weird to me that people really believe that shit. They want to believe that you've had it easy because they just don't understand how you can be so great and have such a hard past and have all that trauma behind you. But y'all are just so wonderful and beautiful, and keep making these mediocre bitches just keep them hating, because at this point, what can you do but keep going? They gonna hate regardless, right? They gonna hate regardless, and the more you do, the better you get. The more them hoes gonna hate, and that's just the way it is. That's the way it is. And I'm not necessarily calling Glorilla's sister mediocre, because I don't know her, but I don't think that it's a coincidence that, after all of her success, that she would come on social media and, now all of a sudden she making money and doing skits and all of this, using her sister's name to, further whatever agenda that she had in the beginning. I don't find that to be coincidental. And that's what I'm saying, like, there are people who are around you all your life that just can't stand you, and they don't want to see you win, and they gonna slander you, and they gonna do whatever they want to try to get what you have, and they'll never have it. They'll never have it. All right, it's your girl K Divine, y'all. I love y'all. I will see y'all later. Be safe out here. I'll see you soon. Bye.